One of the things that Karl Marx said was that the family is a microcosm of the state. In other words, whatever the state are doing to the country, they're doing to your family. And we all know what state the country's in. Social services, in other words, governments, are accusing parents of things which are definitely and ultimately not true. I should say ultimately damaging to the children. So when it comes to the family, the government are damaging families beyond repair. There's nothing can be done. Once the local authorities have torn a family apart, very, very rarely will it ever be brought back together again. This is where you must fight against this in the court system. At the moment, the authorities insist that you both have different solicitors. And this is, I don't know why, but it has become the law now that you must have a different solicitor. Each of you must have a different solicitor, both parents, which is ridiculous. The excuse they give for that is to say, well, it's a conflict of interest. No, the only conflict of interest is between the parents and the social services, the local authorities. Keep in mind, local authorities are political. They're elected. That means they can do what the hell they want. That's why they get away with it. So the local authorities, if it's one of the local authorities, as you get such as in Rotherham, Oldham and all the other places where grooming gangs flourished, where did they get their information from? I'll leave that to you. But you must bear in mind, the same people or the same government, political party, was in power in these districts. Surely that tells you a lot more. This is what a political agenda means. That it's there in their agenda to split your families apart. There is no conflict of interest. That's what I'm trying to say. It's between you as parents, as a family, against social service and the local authorities. So the best thing to do is for one of you to take advantage of legal aid if it is available, and the other to just go to court, just to attend the court. And then the understanding would be that the one parent who qualifies for legal aid would be representing both of you. Because if you go into the court, and it's the same for anyone, if you go into the court arguing about somebody, they will argue back. Whether it's social services, your ex-partner, whoever it is, they will argue back. So what's the point? The best thing to do is for both of you, just for the duration of the court case, if you hate each other's guts, get back to scrapping on the streets if you want, after the court case. But while you're in court, they want your children, they want you to fall out with your partner. This is why they're laughing at you on these photographs and mugshots of people that took advantage of children. This is why they're laughing. So that you mustn't fall out with each other while you're in court proceedings, otherwise you will both lose the children. A very good chance that you'll both lose the children. And the least damaging scenario is that your children will suffer emotional and psychological abuse from missing one or both parents. It is a well documented and researched fact that fatherless children are several times more likely to become victims or perpetrators of sexual abuse. 4 times more likely, the last figures that I heard. The other statistics are astounding. Something like 9 times more likely to to not go to college, they are more likely to end up in poverty. They are more likely to suffer from damaged relationships, multiple relationships throughout their life. Every one of them a complete disaster. These are the things that we must face, and almost all of them finish up with some kind of mental illness or mental health problems. It's not an exaggeration to say that, because suicide is now the leading cause of death for children from the age of 5 to the age of 45. That's because the majority of children have lost contact, lost a relationship with one or both parents. There are schools, and I dare say this figure's a lot higher now, but the last one I heard was several years ago, well out of date. And even then it said that 80% of the pupils in York did not live with their natural parents. Keep in mind, York is one of the worst districts in the country for splitting families apart without any valid reason to do so. Lots of things I can tell you about North Yorkshire, one of them being that the MP is Mr. Rishi Sunak. Him and his wife are involved in an investigation or investigations into their shares and conflicts of interest with children's homes, adoption agencies and fostering agencies. So that's why nobody can do anything. If the Prime Minister's at it, what chance have you got of arguing with them? The only way to do this and the only way to get through this is to fight each individual case inside the court system itself. And I want to do everything I possibly can within my power to empower you and enable you to win your court case. We must stop these people. It's barbaric, it's inhuman, it is absolutely savage what they're doing to families and children. If you're in a family court case, please get in touch. I'll do everything I possibly can to help you win a case, providing of course you haven't done anything really stupid, or you're not an addict and you're not an axe murderer. We have to be sensible, obviously, but we'll tell you, I'll be realistic and I will be honest with you. And I do get described as being brutal, and I will be brutal because I've got to toughen you up before you go to court. Nobody's going to win a court through sympathy. You've got to be there and stand your ground, look the judge straight in the eye, let them see your love, care and devotion for your family, and let them know that you wish no one any harm. Let them see that in your heart. Let them hear it in your voice. Just get in touch. We'll do what we can to help you. It's not for free. I can't do everything for free, but I will, obviously, I'll answer calls and just casual inquiries and such. I'm happy to do that. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe if you haven't done already, and tick on the bell for notifications, and click a like if you liked the video. Thanks for listening. I do appreciate it. Thank you.